You wake up every morning with the same questions echoing in your head. Why do women say they want good men, but chase the ruthless? Why do the soft, the sensitive, the apologetic get used, ghosted, humiliated? Why are you always told to be kind, to be vulnerable, to open your heart, only to watch your best intentions become the rope that women use to hang you? From your first memory, the world has lied to you. They told you that women want a good man. They told you, if you just love her enough, if you are just patient enough, if you sacrifice yourself, she will finally see your value. So you became the nice guy. You held your tongue when you should have spoken. You forgave what you should have punished. You waited, hoping she would see you. You apologized for your ambition, for your desires, for every masculine urge that society branded toxic. You bent over backwards. You broke your own boundaries. You listened to her problems and made them your own. You said yes when you wanted to say no. You tried to be her friend, her therapist, her supporter, her everything. But every day, you watched her eyes drift to the men who never bent, never begged, never apologized. You saw her drawn to men who took, who decided, who commanded, not because they were cruel, but because they were alive with the one thing women truly respect: power. Niccolo Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. He stared into the heart of human nature and saw that people, men and women, do not respect good intentions. They respect strength. They respect cunning. They respect those who seize life and bend it to their will. The world is a stage where everyone wears a mask, and the only thing that matters is who holds the strings behind the curtain. You can spend your whole life wishing this wasn't true. You can argue, complain, write essays about how things should be. You can shout into the void that women ought to reward decency, that society should recognize the heart beneath your chest. But reality doesn't care. Machiavelli teaches you to stop crying for justice and start claiming what you want. Because women, like fate itself, do not give themselves to the weak. They crave power like a moth craves flame, and the man who tries to win her with good intentions will die invisible, forgotten, and alone. Every nice guy is taught to believe that love is a reward for suffering, that if you prove your goodness, endure her tests, forgive her sins, she will one day wake up grateful and devoted. But she never does. She resents you. She uses you. She grows bored, restless, angry at her own lack of attraction. She pulls away, starts fights over nothing, disappears into the arms of men who make no promises and apologize for nothing. You stand there with your broken heart and ask what you did wrong. You gave her everything. Wasn't that enough? No, it never is. Machiavelli saw that the world runs not on fairness, but on force, on dominance, on the raw, unapologetic presence of a man who knows what he wants and will not trade it for anyone's approval. Women are biologically wired to respect power, to crave it, to submit to it. That's not an insult. That's not misogyny. That's survival. That's life as it is, not as you wish it to be. So why does modern society push men to be the opposite of what works? Why does every voice tell you to open up, to reveal your weaknesses, to turn the other cheek? Because a man who is soft is a man who is safe. He is easy to control. He is a perfect consumer, a compliant worker, a reliable husband who will raise someone else's children and say thank you for the privilege. He will never challenge the world. He will never rise above his station. He is a neutered lion, tamed, declawed, and locked in a zoo. You see this pattern everywhere. The man who apologizes for his own needs gets nothing but contempt. The man who puts a woman on a pedestal finds himself worshipping a goddess who will never kneel to him. The man who lets a woman lead ends up carrying her burdens and getting none of her respect. The good man who spends his life being useful becomes invisible. A backup plan, a shoulder to cry on, the safe choice she resents. Machiavelli would tell you to stop playing a game where you never held the cards. He would ask, what are you getting from your sacrifice? What is the reward for your goodness? If your intentions are so pure, why do you feel so empty, so angry, so unseen? Because you have mistaken approval for respect. Because you have traded your power for the illusion of love. Because you have confused being wanted for being needed. The truth is as ugly as it is liberating. Women cannot love weakness. They can pity it, they can use it, but they can never surrender to it. Every test, every drama, every game she plays is a desperate attempt to find out if you will break, if you will betray yourself, if you will put her above your mission, your word, your own soul. The moment you do, she loses faith, and you lose her. She doesn't want you to worship her. She wants you to worship nothing but your own destiny, and to bring her along for the ride. You see, power is not just physical strength. It is presence. It is will. It is the silent knowledge that you don't need her approval, that you have options, that you can walk away at any moment and never look back. It's the refusal to explain yourself, the discipline to say no, the courage to set boundaries that cannot be moved by tears, threats, or promises. Power is the ability to stand alone in a world that demands you kneel. Machiavelli taught that fortune, like women, must be dominated, not courted. He wrote that the world is cruel and unpredictable, that those who wait for favors die waiting, that those who apologize for their ambition become servants in their own kingdom. He saw that the masses worship the appearance of virtue, but secretly crave the hand that is willing to punish, the voice that never stutters, the mind that plots 10 moves ahead. You want to be loved for your heart, but the world respects only results. Every nice guy eventually discovers this lesson in agony. He spends years carrying women's burdens, solving their problems, forgiving every betrayal, hoping that patience will buy him love. But women are not moved by your patience. They are not grateful for your suffering. They test you because they want to know if you have limits, if you can say enough, if you can walk away, if you are strong enough to leave her even when you want to stay. Women respect a man who can lose her more than a man who clings to her. So how do you reclaim your power in a world that punishes it? You start by seeing through the lies. You recognize that every message telling you to be nice, to be vulnerable, to put her first, is a trap. It's a strategy designed to neuter you, to make you harmless, to guarantee you will never threaten the system that feeds off weak men. Machiavelli would say, if you want to rule your world, stop being ruled by your heart. Lead with your mind. Govern with your will. Stop apologizing for your desire, your ambition, your discipline, your boundaries. You must learn to say no, to mean it, to never explain yourself to those who do not deserve an answer. You must demand respect and tolerate nothing less. You must be willing to lose her, to walk away, to start again and again, until you find someone who respects your strength and submits to your leadership. Never let a woman define your worth. Never beg for her affection. Never let her emotional storms turn you from your path. Understand this. Women crave the man who is unbreakable, the man who can be tender but never soft, generous but never a doormat, loyal but never obsessed. She wants to test you, to push you, to see if you are truly the man you claim to be. She will try to make you choose her over your mission. If you do, you lose her forever. You must not resent her for this. You must thank her, because she is showing you the path every man must walk, alone, undistracted, undivided. She is showing you that only the strong survive, only the powerful win her heart, only the man who can lead himself can ever hope to lead her. There is a sickness in modern masculinity, a desperate need for validation, an addiction to approval, a longing to be seen as good by those who secretly despise the good man. You have been taught to confess your sins, to atone for your strength, to ask for permission before every decision. You have been programmed to expect reward for suffering and love for your sacrifice. But Machiavelli would burn those scripts and hand you a sword. He would remind you that power is never given. It is taken. It is claimed. It is the birthright of every man who refuses to kneel. Women are drawn to the man who is capable of both cruelty and mercy, who can fight but chooses peace, who forgives but never forgets. She wants a man who could destroy her, but chooses instead to build her, protect her, and lead her on his terms. She cannot help herself. She is wired for power. She is a force of nature, and only nature's conqueror can keep her. You will be hated for this truth. You will be called toxic, arrogant, misogynistic, heartless. You will be shamed by the masses and tested by every woman you meet. Good. Let them. The world does not remember the harmless, the agreeable, the harmlessly kind. The world remembers kings. The world remembers the men who led, who risked, who bled, who refused to bow. So become dangerous, become unbreakable, become the man who does not ask for love, but commands respect. Build your empire, craft your vision, sharpen your will until it cannot be bent by anyone or anything. Treat your heart as a weapon, not a wound. Your goodness means nothing if it is not backed by power. Your intentions are nothing if they do not lead to victory. It's not about cruelty for its own sake. Machiavelli never preached sadism or tyranny. He preached effectiveness. He preached results. He taught that the world runs on respect, and respect can only be given to those who demand it. Be as gentle as you want when you choose. Be as merciful as you want when you can afford it. But never let mercy become a habit. Never let kindness become your leash. Every man must face the mirror and decide, will I live for the approval of others, or will I build my own law? Will I be the nice guy who dies forgotten, or the prince who bends the world to his vision? Will I let women test me into submission, or will I stand firm and make them prove their worth to me? You have one life, one chance to leave a mark, one chance to build an empire, to forge a legacy, to command the respect of women and men alike. Do not waste it begging for affection or trading your power for approval. The world is a storm. Women are the lightning. Only the man who is grounded in power, anchored in his own law, can ride the thunder and command the sky. You don't need to scream your strength. You don't need to perform dominance. Real power is silent, effortless, unyielding. It's in your walk, your gaze, your boundaries, your refusal to compromise with weakness. It's in the quiet way you leave when respect is gone. It's in the way you love fiercely, lead boldly, and never apologize for who you are. Let the world judge you. Let women test you. Let your enemies conspire. Your job is not to be loved by all. Your job is to command respect from the few who matter and to rule yourself above all else. And when you do, you will find that women are drawn to you in ways you could never manufacture with flowers or compliments. You will see them surrender to your strength, crave your presence, and rest in the certainty that you cannot be moved by storms or seduced by weakness. You will know a peace that no amount of approval can ever give you. This is the Machiavellian law of the masculine soul. Women respect power, not good intentions. The world follows the strong, not the harmless. History remembers those who dared, not those who waited for a thank you. If you've heard this and you feel the fire, if you're done being used, overlooked or forgotten, if you're ready to build a new law for yourself, then stay here, like if you felt something move inside. Subscribe if you want more than comfort, if you want truth, challenge and brotherhood among men who refuse to kneel. No empty promises, just an invitation. This is not a tribe for the weak. It's for the few who dare to become kings in a world that wants them on their knees. Rise up. The age of the good man is over. The age of the powerful man has begun.